Hello ladies, welcome to weeks 5 and 6 of our Couch to 5K program. I know some of us are dealing with injuries and that's okay. We're going to figure out how to continue to move beyond that. If we can't run right now, we can certainly walk. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm happy to address any of these injuries so we can get back to feeling good and making progress. So this is going to be our dynamic warm-up for the next 2 weeks. So we're going to start with some across the floors. We're going to start with toe walking, meaning you're literally walking on your toes. So you're going to come up and back about 5 or 6 times, depending on the length of your hallway. Okay, now we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to do some heel walking. So you're literally just going to walk on your heels. We're not going to be able to do quite as many of these. But as you can see, my toes are up in the air. I'm focusing on my heels, and it's a lot harder than it looks. So we're just going to do that up and back one more time. Where you're really going to feel this is the front of your shins. So if you have any pain there, that's something we want to address because you can develop shin splints when you're running if your ankles don't have the necessary mobility or your calf muscles don't have the flexibility. So if that is something you're dealing with, please message me and we will handle it together. The next one we're going to try is walking lunges. Now you can absolutely adjust how deep you go. So you can come down to the floor, or you can just do little mini squats just to warm up. And I'm not necessarily focused on the quality of movement necessarily, but just make sure your knee doesn't come too far over your toe. But this is a great dynamic way to warm up because it mimics running to some degree. So as we're warming up these quads, if you're having any knee pain, that's also something we want to address because as women, our hips are wider than our knees. That puts our knees at risk for injury. So female athletes often have knee pain. It's something we can work on strength and flexibility. Just let me know. Now we're going to work on the hamstrings and the glutes by going backward. So you're going to do backward butt kicks. And we'll go up and back one more time. Now, as we've said before, when you're running, you spend a certain amount of time on one leg. So we definitely want to work on balance. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand on one leg. It doesn't matter which one you start with. You're going to come up. You're going to open that leg up and come on back in. As you're doing this, you want to see if it's a hip restriction, if your hip feels tight, if the inside of your thigh feels tight, or if your foot feels tight because the foot's gripping the floor, or if it's a pants restriction like mine. So you can't always tell. But the purpose of everything we're doing is really to bring your awareness to your body. Because again, if our bodies are fine, we don't pay attention to them necessarily. We let them do their job, which is great. We don't have to think about it. But when we're asked to say, identify where you're feeling pain or when you have your pain. Gosh, you don't really think about it, right? You're just focused, I know I have pain, I don't really know when, or I don't really know why. But then we start to kind of break down when we're having it, where we're having it. It really helps to then figure out what the actual cause is. So I love the idea of bringing that awareness to your body so that you know where you are in space and you feel more comfortable when you're moving. All right, a couple more of these. And you can see my balance on the right side is not as good as the left side today, and that's okay. Day to day, your balance is going to change. All right, so now the last one we're going to do is we're going to do something similar to an RDL. You are going to pick one leg, stand on one leg, march up, and then shoot that leg back. Up, and shoot that leg back. So let me show you from the side. It's up, and then you shoot that leg back. Up, shoot that leg back. Whoop. Good. You can even bring the arms in. All right, now I'll switch legs. So it's up, shoot the leg back. Let me switch positions. Up, shoot the leg back. Up. And if you can, you want to try and balance that whole time on the one foot. That will make your core work harder. It will make your leg work harder. Good. Okay. So as always, do a couple of minute walk before you start your run walk cycle. And good luck. See you soon.